Alright, so before this video starts, I just want to say if this video gets mass support and just insane likes, insane comments, and just if you guys really want to see this truly, then I will release the gameplay of the 4 new leaked cards coming to Clash Royale in this next Clash Royale October update. So all you have to do for me to upload leaked gameplay so you can see, guys, the new upcoming 4 cards that will be in the game very soon, to see how they look within the game, how they perform, and just their gameplay in general. You guys have to leave a like and show crazy support, spam the comments saying I want to see this, just leave as many likes as possible, and judging by this, I might upload the leaked gameplay of the 4 new cards. Possibly tomorrow as well. If it's tomorrow, then it has to be crazy support, but if it's not as crazy, I might do it, I might delay it a little bit, maybe like do it Saturday or something. But yeah, if this gets a lot of support, a lot of likes, a lot of support from you guys telling me you want this, then I'll definitely make sure to show you guys the gameplay very early before anyone else sees this, so you guys will be the first to know. And that's basically all I wanted to say. And yeah, what's up guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video, where today we're going to be talking about the 2 new legendary cards that will be coming to Clash Royale. These are basically revealed at this point. If you haven't seen my previous video about the 4 new cards that were leaked, go ahead and check that video out. I actually made a video a couple of days ago, but most of you guys didn't even receive the video in your sub boxes because apparently notifications weren't working again for YouTube. So if you're wondering on what the 4 new cards are, what their names are, what the cards are, and basically what they will do, just go ahead and check that video. But I'll briefly summarize this in this video also, but I'll be taking a look at, more importantly, what could be the 2 new legendaries, or potentially 1 legendary and an epic or another card. But basically these are the 2 cards that haven't really been noticed, and one of them is actually not heard of yet. So the first card is, as you know, legendary card. Of course, we do have the ghost card. I'll be talking about him, what he looks like, what his card is, and basically how he just like looks in battle. And the other card being the magical archer, sharpshooter, hunter, wizard guy, who I'm really not too sure the name of just now, but I will update the name in the title so you guys will be able to understand who I'm talking about. But for now I'm just going to call it the magical archer, because that's simply the name that he was given in the game files and how he was leaked. So Peggit put out a post yesterday and they basically showed us this image here with obviously the 4 new cards and 3 of how they basically look inside the battle. So this being the barbarian barrel, you can see the animation of the barbarian barrel underneath of the barbarian basically just rolling in a barrel. Then to the next we have the ghost. So let's talk about the ghost. So he's our first legendary card. I'll ignore the wizard on the right for now, but for now we just know that the ghost is 100% a legendary card. We can see this by this card. Obviously his card is the shape of a legendary in the game files. So looking at the card, we see that he is some sort of gnome looking thing, kind of like a dwarf gnome looking guy, and he actually has a crown for some reason. This ghost guy has a crown. It's like a kind of light pink, white, shiny crown. He has a big long white beard and mustache and bushy white eyebrows. Now I'm pretty sure he also has a helmet on underneath that crown, but I'm taking apart from that, this is actually his look in the card. Now he basically just looks normal. At this point he doesn't even look like a ghost, to be honest. So basically the ghost card has 2 different looks to it. So the first one we see in his card, where he basically appears to be a normal old looking person, kind of like an elderly person, and this is basically one of his looks. We also see this underneath here. I'll try and bring up a picture. It is going to be kind of bad quality, but I'll try my best to find the best quality images. So this is the first look of basically the normal looking person. And yeah, basically at this point he just has a blue kind of costume on, blue cape, gold stuff around it. He has his beard, you can see, and he's got like metallic gloves. And yeah, this is basically what he looks like in this stage. And in the next stage we actually see him as the ghost, and he definitely looks like a ghost at this point. You can see he has got a chain wrapped around the entirety of his neck going down by his torso, and then it's got like one of those bomb things attached to it. This is basically how Supercell said that the ghost would look when they said that they eliminated the ghost from the game because they weren't happy with this card, but now they're bringing it back. And as you can see by these images, you can clearly tell that Supercell have basically made the ghost to look exactly the same as they were going to make him back in the days when they actually did say that they were going to eliminate the ghost card. So however, we now see him finally in the game, and I do have to say he looks pretty cool. He's got like blue shining eyes in both formats. Now I'm pretty sure this is if you are using the ghost. This is what the ghost would look like, obviously, if you are the person using the ghost, because obviously your cards and your troops all go into the color of blue because it's blue versus red. Just imagine, guys, that the ghost's eyes were red and the other person who the ghost turns into, the old person, if both of their eyes were shining red, that would be the ghost basically on the opposition side. So that would be the enemy's card. I guess you could basically just picture in your mind how that would look. So now let's look at what the ghost would actually look like in an actual game. So Peggit have recently also leaked this image here. You could see a bunch of just basically new cards there. You can see the barbarian barrel, but focusing more on the new legendary card, the ghost, we can actually see basically just only his cape and he is actually holding a turquoise, like kind of light blue shining sword. Now this is actually what the normal ghost figure would attack with, so not the actual ghost figure, the humanly one. Basically, whenever he evolves into this humanly ghost, he will have a light blue shining sword, and he will basically attack with that sword. Pegit did actually leak some sound effects of how this will sound, so you can go on their website, bk.com, on a Pegit studio. I basically listened to it for yourself. It does kind of sound pretty spooky. He definitely does sound like a ghost in those sounds, and the first time I heard it, I actually was pretty terrified because I never thought that Supercell would add something that scary to a child's game, but it looks like they kind of are. That's basically all I have on this ghost card right now. We'll talk about the other new card, which is actually going to be the magical archer, but tell me your guys' thoughts on the ghost right now. And obviously, like I said, if this video gets a bunch of support, a bunch of likes, a bunch of you guys asking for this in the comments, I will upload the gameplay, leaked gameplay of all of these cards, possibly tomorrow on my channel. And if not tomorrow, then I'll make it some other day pretty soon. So definitely I will probably drop the leaked gameplay of these cards if you guys actually do support this video a lot, because I can't let you guys down. So yeah, now that we talked about the ghost card, let's go ahead and move on to the magical archer, is what his file name given as to us. So basically, Pegit said that they basically excluded this card. At first they thought that there was only going to be 3 cards because they thought that this magical archer would be some other card to do something with the sneaky archers, but unfortunately this is like, well, not unfortunately, obviously fortunately, because we're getting another card. So now, at least they're bringing it to us now. So yeah, this actually definitely does not look like an archer. It definitely actually looks like a wizard, as we see in the game already. We obviously have the wizard, the electro wizard, the ice wizard, and now we're having this guy. Now I'm pretty sure this guy's name will not be something to do with a wizard, unless it is, which will be pretty cool to see a 4th wizard come to the game. But in the game files, this guy's name is actually given as the magical archer, and the reason this is simply because he actually will have a blue shining bow, which is given in this image here, leaked by Pegit earlier today. You can see that he is basically a wizard wielding a large light blue shining bow, and he's shooting light blue shining arrows. So to me, this would look something to do along the lines of a legendary card, because obviously, if you're just having this as a normal card, it's kind of unique to have a wizard with a bow and arrow that looks that big, and it does look like it will do a lot of damage with that bow, because obviously, anything that shines would have some meaning to it. It's not just gonna shine just to look cool and gonna do no damage at all. It's gonna have to be some sort of purpose. And obviously, another thing that makes me think that this is a legendary card is the fact that the ghost actually has a light blue shining sword, and that's obviously a legendary, so potentially it could be giving us a meaning that because it has the same kind of colored weapon as the ghost, who's a legendary card, it could also be a legendary card along with it. Also, looking at this card, I could definitely see this being a legendary because it's a pretty large unit. It's definitely not like a group of cards, so it's definitely capable of being a legendary card. And another thing I'm going to bring up, like I just said this a second ago, it's very unique to see a wizard holding a bow and arrow. We're not usually used to seeing this. We're usually used to seeing wizards basically just throwing fireballs, ice shards, electric bolts, and now we're going to see one with a bow and arrow. It's going to be very interesting to see what this card does. Potentially, guys, we'll find out what this guy's attack style will be and how he will look inside of the gameplay when I show it to you guys, when I basically make a video showing you the lead gameplay. So remember to drop a like if you definitely want to see that. In terms of how he looks, basically a wizard that is purple. We already have the blue and red wizards when it comes to Clash Royale, so now we're gonna have a purple one, but he has got brown gloves, obviously, to wield the bow. He also has brown boots, which I'm pretty sure all the other wizards do have, if I'm not mistaken, that is. And yeah, basically that's all we really see. We also just see that he has his hood up, and then behind that we see that he has another purple cape with a white kind of border outline. And the front view really reminds me of either an electro wizard or just a normal wizard. So yeah, we don't really have too much information on this wizard card, or magical archer card should I say. We don't have the elixir cost for any of these cards because Supercell have kept it hidden. We don't have any stats such as the speed, the strength, etc. Well, we only have just like some of the card images of how they will look in game, some animations, and of course these cards. But the thing that makes this card special, the magical archer, is that Supercell didn't actually put card image for this card, so we do not actually know the image of what this card will look like as of just yet, the official card icon. But however, I will probably update the thumbnail whenever I get the image for this card, because I just want you guys to know that as soon as possible. So you guys will know what he will look like when he comes out, and probably when you get him in a chest. It would be pretty cool getting one of these cards in one of your chests because they're going to be really new. And I think I'm actually going to do a video where I'm basically going to be giving a bunch of you subscribers, basically a bunch of you guys who like and comment on every one of my videos the chance to get yourself one of these cards, because I'm going to be giving away a lot of gems. Literally the day that these cards come out, I will give you guys free gems, like a bunch of you at random, and just give you guys the opportunity to open up super magical chest, who knows, potentially even a legendary chest, to see if you guys could potentially get yourself the ghost card when he releases. So definitely stay active on my channel, my Twitter, my Instagram, if you definitely want to be in with a chance of getting some of these cards on their release date. Remember to check out the Pegged Studio, because they're obviously the ones who are giving us all of this good information early about the new cards, about the new update in general. So make sure to check them out in the description. Also, they're a big help to this. Check out the top link in the description below for free gems for Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.